It has officially been 1 year since I uploaded my first YouTube video. The reason I'm making this video is because I know a lot of you are sitting there watching this very video and thinking, I kind of want to do this. I wonder what it truly is like to create consistent video content. And is it possible for me? The answer is yes, my friend. Hey guys, I'm Amanda Horvath and I run a video marketing company in Austin, Texas. In this channel, I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of video without breaking the bank or taking up tons of their time. If you are looking to use video in your strategy this year, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I release a new video, because otherwise you won't know that I released a video. I've put a lot of thought into what to include in this video, yet over and over again, I would try to restructure it and come up with some cool tactics for how I might approach this video. And then I just decided, you know what? It's gonna be more like a journal entry. And I'm just gonna talk to you guys almost as if this was a live video, because I really want you to get the authenticity from me in terms of what this really takes in order to launch a YouTube channel, but also the opportunity that has arisen from it. So as you watch it, think about yourself in my shoes and how you might be able to make consistent video content within your life. I want to take a quick pause right here and ask you to drop a comment below with how long you've been watching the channel and what makes you keep coming back. Thank you. First off, I think it's super important to point out the fact that I don't have a ton of subscribers after 1 year. I have 1,262 to be exact at the time of filming this video. So that's not a ton, yet my life is drastically different. The first thing that I've noticed above all is just a sense of confidence. Before I started, and you can totally watch this video, the story of my experience of getting on camera and getting comfortable on camera, I'll link it right here. But when I first started, I mean, I could never do this. I wouldn't dream of getting in front of the camera and just totally winging it with no notes or anything about what I'm going to be talking about. I would be so in my head about it. So the confidence in that arena has been amazing, but also just the confidence in knowing that I did something really challenging. A lot of people out there create weekly video content, but it does not make it easy, no matter how many people do it. And when I set out to do it, my goal was to make it easier for all of you guys. So how to create video without breaking the bank or taking up tons of their time, right? Well, the honest truth is it has taken up tons of my time. I haven't gotten into the breaking the bank part because I haven't had the funds to invest in this just yet. But now I'm starting to get to that point where I am, because I'm realizing how valuable time is. I knew it was going to be challenging, and I was going to be the one to break down those barriers and figure it out how to truly make this a sustainable lifestyle. And I think I've done a pretty good job of it at this point. So the confidence that has come with that is really incredible. Not to mention, when I'm teaching others how to do my craft, it makes me even better at what I do, because I'm having to be super intentional about how I teach it, and I just have to understand the entire process a lot more. So while before I might say an idea and feel maybe a little bit shaky in that, now I say an idea and it's very well rooted in research, and I believe in it so much that the confidence that comes across with that is extremely high. So as a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl, this is kind of weird to talk about, but like, I'll go to networking events, I'll stick my hand out to talk to someone, and I can just tell they've already discounted me and they're ready to like go to the next person. And if they're not, they're usually trying to hit on me, right? So now it's so interesting because that'll still happen in person, but then they'll go online. Maybe I give them a card or they get my info somehow. They see the YouTube channel and they're immediately, it validates who I am. It's super interesting. I've also gotten invited to speak at several conferences, as well as on podcasts and on panels. And that had never happened before either, even though I really was great at my craft and everything that I was doing. And one of the reasons that I always talk about how women need to get on camera more is because people just need to see other people that look like you on camera, because it raises the confidence across the board when someone at a networking event sees someone, shakes their hand, discounts them because they look like me, right? They might think twice the next time that happens because of the experience that they had. So I think more people getting on YouTube, or just in general getting more into the public's eye, is changing the whole perception of how we think about each other. Now, it just got pretty deep there. I can't tell you how much of a self-development journey this has been. Now, I've gone on a lot of self-development journeys throughout my years, but there's something about the power of video and stepping in front of the lens and just having to do it on a consistent basis that changes you. So if it is something at all that you are interested in doing, do it. And on that note, what's super cool about YouTube is it's a formula. You follow the formula, and YouTube makes it very clear now. There's tons of people, tons of channels that talk about it all the time, how to grow on YouTube. And if you just follow those simple steps, you have the proper tags, title, description, everything that you need, the thumbnail and everything, then you're going to grow and you're going to find your audience. And that is not the case in a lot of industries. I think about the 10,000 hours rule or whatever that is when you can become an expert at your craft. There's a lot of industries that even if you put 10,000 hours in, you might not be the best in your industry, or you could still not get that perfect opportunity to be able to take off. Well, YouTube really isn't like that. I truly do believe that if you're taking the right steps and doing what YouTube wants creators to be doing in terms of making consistent content, being engaging, bringing an audience to YouTube, then you will be successful. For my 6-month on YouTube video, I went through and talked about all the different things that I was learning about YouTube in general. And this was the titles, the tags, the descriptions, the thumbnails, and everything in between. So if that's the kind of content you're really looking for, then you can go ahead and click and watch that video here. This video is going to be more about the impact that 1 year on YouTube has had on my life, as well as the mindset shift that I've experienced by going on this journey as well. Another massive thing that I've realized is how fast time passes. Boy, when you have to upload 1 video a week, you start to realize how quick time flies. I'm sure you might even be thinking this depending on when you started looking at my channel. I remember I was talking to someone in a bar only like a year ago, and I had told him, yeah, I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I had 1 subscriber, and he was my 2nd subscriber. That for him probably doesn't feel like that long ago, right? Or like you might have seen me start my channel. So time is passing for all of us at the same speed. The question is, how are you using that time? Having to produce 1 video a week has definitely made me super strategic with my time. So instead of just working more hours in order to make more money, which is what I had done many years before, or even up until the end of last year, I am now charging more and working less. So that has made me uncompromising in the time that I personally need to be able to continue doing YouTube and creating 1 video a week. It's like, no doubt, there are non-negotiables. This is the time that I need to do this. Therefore, sorry, I don't have a capacity to do that project for you. It's going to happen over this span of time, and I'm going to have to charge this amount of money. Honestly, the experience has been a lot better for the businesses that I do work with as well, because they know that when I am on their project, I am super strategic and I'm focused, and I'm pulling all this insight from my own business and applying it to theirs as well. Or at least I'd like to think that's how they think. Y'all, I am a total perfectionist. I mean, ask anyone in my life and they will talk about how OCD I am and all that kind of stuff. So this is a big deal that every single week I've just had to release stuff. There's videos where the text, whenever I exported that video, it was messed up and wasn't linked properly, so the font isn't the right font, or the color correction wasn't on there, or maybe the music was a little too loud or whatever, and I just have to let it go and keep going. And that has been a massive learning experience and a very valuable, because it's actually translated to other areas of my life as well. And by letting go of the perfectionism, I'm also learning to cut corners where I can. So I can't do everything perfectly, so how can I kind of cut corners where it doesn't matter and spend the time doing the things that really do matter? So I've gotten really good at outsourcing and cracking the code to outsourcing. In fact, I am highly considering building a full system of how I outsource in a program, in a course, and having training videos that outsourcers can just watch so that people like you can outsource your videos. So that is something that I'm kind of thinking about as well. So if that is something you're interested in, I would love to create that for you and would love to chat with you further about it. So go ahead and drop a comment below. Just to give you a little bit of background, I've been running a video marketing company for the past 4.5 years, and I, at the end of last year, was super burned out. Each year, I was able to double my revenue, but at the end of the year, the profits were looking very much the same, only $1,000 or a couple $1,000s different. And this was driving me crazy. I was working way more than I wanted to be working. I wasn't making what I wanted to be making, and I did not have the respect that I think maybe I should have had for how good I was getting at my craft. So this was starting to create a lot of bitterness in me. And I was feeling this and also feeling like I wasn't on track for my 5-year goal, or I had made a 5-year goal at 25, so like where I want to be by 30, I didn't feel on track for that. So I entirely changed everything, and I could not have done that without my YouTube channel. So you're likely wondering, how is it different, Amanda? So last year, while it was a one-person business, I did have contractors that I was constantly working with, and that's how I was able to double my revenue each year. However, this year I decided, you know what? No more contractors. It's just going to be me, and it's going to be the amount of work that I personally can take on. And then I also started to look around and see, you know what? There are tons of talented videographers out there that I don't need to be the only person shooting and editing this video content. But the thing that most videographers suck at is content strategy. And that's really where I shine. A lot of videographers don't think like business owners, and yet I do. And so if I can work side by side with business owners and videographers, but not underneath one business, I can just be kind of a solo agent between those two, then that would make my life a lot better. It also just feels way more in alignment to the goals that I'm looking to achieve in my life, which, if I want to say it out loud, it's to eventually have the option to be a stay-at-home mom, but while continuing my career. So when people ask me, does YouTube work? Are you making more money? My answer to that question is, that is the dumbest question you could ask. Stop asking it. I understand why you are asking it, but you need to be thinking differently. Are you in alignment with what you want to be doing? Are you just looking to make more sales? Are you looking to make a bigger impact in your industry? Are you looking to spread your message to more people and connect with more people? Or are you truly just looking to make money? Because if it's just about making money for you, then yeah, I think starting a YouTube channel isn't the best for you, because it takes a long time to directly correlate that back to an income. But in terms of changing your business and the offerings that you have, I certainly am making more money and working less hours right now, and I'm loving it. So I'll leave it up to you. Well, I could go on and just keep talking, but I'm going to wrap the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop a comment below with how long you've been watching and why you continue to watch. I'll see you in the next video.